Good evening, Majestic Queen. There is someone in this world who is queen energy, but an unhappy person. Not because of the things that she's doing in her life, but because of the energy that sometimes come in her path. Well, I'm here to tell you that no matter what you face, you can transform your situation, your mood into happiness. You have to be able to recognize how to make yourself happy, no matter what is going on in this world. You see, the news reports are often giving you information that will quell your happiness. This information that you're hearing in your environments that you may travel is not always of a positive light. So one of the most important things that I'll say to someone is stay in the light. And what I mean by that is that darkness and dark times, dark attitudes, dark spirited people can sometimes cross our paths. And you'll find yourself in a state of mood change when 15 minutes ago you were relatively happy. And then you entered into a room, and within that room was negative energy. Or you were out traveling, about enjoying the world, and then something hit your life. And now you're in an unhappy state of being. Well, one of the first things you should do, Queen, is understand where to find your source of happiness. You can find your source of happiness and understanding where happiness comes from. It is in the pleasures that you derive in life. Everybody have their own set of pleasures. I'm having a pleasurable moment right now, making this video presentation for you. Some people read books. Some like to sing. Some like to dance. Some enjoy being sociable and being around good friends. Some people like to venture to clubs. Some people go to concerts. There are some of us who love being on the beach and some who like to bowl. No matter where you derive your pleasure, just make sure it's pleasurable for you in all situations, because, life is going to happen, unfortunately, in ways that we are not expecting life to happen. But we need to still be able to make the adjustments to deal with the things that we need to cope with so that we can move forward and not become stagnated by what we call life situations. Because life situations, once again, will happen. You need to understand that self-appreciation will take you through doors because you're happy in spirit, in opposed to gaining appreciation from others. Because what happens when they don't give it? I received a phone call and someone said, this person doesn't appreciate me. And in my heart, I felt the way she felt because I have empathy for situations. But I'm thinking to myself now, no matter who appreciates you or not, if you have self-appreciation, then you will be happy because you know who you are and you know what you're doing in a way that other people may not understand at the time you're trying to take care of business. But you know. And the God of your understanding most certainly know the direction you are taking that may not be appeasing to other people. But as long as it is appeasing to you, you can self-appreciate and move forward. Move past the negativity and keep moving forward. Now, we find happiness in being social because by nature, we are social beings. That's what Alfred Adler said. He's a noted psychologist who's written plenty of articles that people of psychological training understand. He said that we are social beings. Now, with that being said, we find happiness in the relationships that we develop with people. But we must understand we have to be very specific and particular about who we allow in our space. Now, here are some tips from Psychology Today. That's a publication that you can find online. They say in order to maintain happiness, you must learn to smile. Simple but a powerful tool that you could use at any time. Rhonda O'Connor is a professor, and she says that you start off each day with a smile. And if you do so, then you will be happy throughout your day. When you pass people on the street, smile, hello. Even if you have to keep it moving, that smile means a lot. She also says that your mood will lift because you smile. The next thing you can do to maintain happiness is engage yourself in the 3 good things exercise. Towards the end of the day, when you're writing in your gratitude journal, write 3 to 5 good things that happened during the day. And then be grateful that you had the experience. Always schedule at least one pleasurable activity during the day. That's number 3. See, I'm a professor and a therapist too. And I come from the school of thought that you create your own happiness. You find pleasure in the things that you create for yourself. For example, this video presentation. Oh yes, it brings me so much pleasure. I take ownership of it. It belongs to me and no one else, but I share it with you because I think that you are majestic and marvelous and magnificent. That's what I think. So you must always find one thing that you can do each day that's going to bring you happiness. And it doesn't mean that you're spending a lot of money. It could be simple as I'm going outside to listen to the birds early in the morning because you love to hear the birds sing. You may say, I'm going to watch a good movie without interruption from email or telephone. I'm just going to have popcorn, a glass of tea, and I'm going to relax. My popcorn and my tea and my good movie. If that's what brings you pleasure, if that is what brings you happiness, please, by all means, do so. Take the time to talk to friends or even strangers that may be in your path that have a positive message for you. Take 5 to 10 minutes. You never know what a person may say that can address something that is going on in your life. 5, listen to someone you care about for 1 to 5 minutes. And that just goes back to number 4, chat with friends and strangers. 5, listen to someone you care about for 1 to 5 minutes. Again, what you hear may be beneficial not only to you, but also to the person who may just need to get something off of his or her chest. It may just be a venting moment, but you took the time to listen and it helps someone along the way. 6, take a walk into nature. By walking into nature, Majestic Queen, you see all of the wonderful creations that God put here on earth for you to enjoy. See, the God of your understanding already knew ahead of time what you would face when he placed you on earth. So he beautified things. And if you are one to show appreciation, you're going to take the time to smell those roses. And I do mean actually smell those roses. Or take the time to go to the zoo and look at the beautiful animals because they're looking at you and they're so happy that you came. Well, they didn't tell me when I was at the zoo, but look, I use my imagination. 7, perform an act of kindness to someone. I was out this week. I went to do a couple home visits for clients that I serve. Once again, I'm both a professor and a therapist. So I was out visiting with a couple of females on my caseload. And I decided to bring them body spray from Majestic Queen. You'll know about it in the future. If you're on my Instagram at all, then you'll know about it just by visiting my Instagram page. But anyway, I have products that go along with this line of talking that I will bring to your attention at some point or another. But right now, back to the story. So I decided to bring the young ladies some body spray. They were so appreciative of it. It was my act of kindness. I also like to give healing crystals. Each crystal means something special. And so I'll say, here's a healing crystal. And they'll say, well, what does it mean? And I said, well, I really can't tell you everything it means, but you are invited to look it up on the internet, and it's going to tell you something good. See, that changed the energy from someone who is anxious or someone who's depressed to someone who says, oh my God, she thought about me today. I feel so good. And then the very next day, the husband says something across the phone. Thank you for giving my wife that body spray. Oh no, she's spraying body spray everywhere. That was so funny and so cute, Queen. And so I love things like that because it makes my spirit feel good. So an act of kindness, random or planned, makes all the difference in the world to someone that you choose to bestow this kindness on. That's what I'm talking about. That's what makes you majestic. I'm trying to teach you something here, Queen. Are you paying attention? Now, don't forget along the way, we're at number 8, to count your blessings. Count your blessings. Don't go around complaining all the time about this and that, or having an argument because your little boyfriend did something you don't like, or your husband, significant other. You know, measure whether it's worth it, and measure whether or not you want to spend your energy on it. Because guess what? Once the day is gone, you won't get that day back. And you may decide, you know what? I'm not even going to waste my time. I hear you. Yes, I saw what you did. But guess what? You're not getting my energy on that. No. So you have to come to my school of thought, Majestic Queen. And you'll know exactly what you're going to be paying attention to and what you're not going to pay attention to. And if it's going to bring down your spirit, it's not worth your energy. So look at those things that's worth your energy. Look around you. Remember where you were before in life and now where you are. Hopefully you're in a good space. Count your blessings. Forgive yourself is number 9. We're not perfect people. None of us. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how educated you are. What neighborhood you live in. What religion you really practice. Or what spirituality point that you pay attention to during the day. What Bible, what Quran, what Torah. It doesn't matter. There's only one perfect being. And that perfect being is God himself. And none of us are God, no matter how some people try to portray themselves. No, none of us are God. And so we're going to make our mistakes along the way. But when we make these mistakes along the way, forgive yourself. And then, if you have harmed anyone, make amends to that individual. If you can't do it face to face, drop a card in the mail to let them know, I am thinking about you. You are special to me. I know that I made some mistakes along the way. I am not a perfect person. I wasn't a perfect wife. I wasn't a perfect mother. I'm not a perfect friend. I'm not a perfect aunt. I'm not a perfect anything. I am human. So forgive yourself. Always take the time to express your I can't say the word today. Let me take some time. Creativity. That's what I'm trying to say. See, I wasn't perfect. And I'm not going to worry about it. And look, I'm too far into this video to re-record it. It's not going to happen. We're just going to say, well, that was a mistake. It deserves some humor. I laughed. I moved past it. Now back to be creative. And all that you do. what you see in front of you is just a screen, a sign, a bench, flowers, and 2 pillows. I was creative in making this video. And then when I'm tired of looking at this space, I will carry everything to another space and I will be creative somewhere else. You know, you can go outside and do a Majestic Queen video. Queen? Yeah, how about that? In the summertime, when you're sitting on your back porch, your back deck, you can create videos anywhere. You know, videos are something that, you know, you can just take with your phone and upload it later. So be creative in anything that you do. With that being said, Queen, I think I'm getting tired. And I will talk to you another time. Be blessed